this champion.
The man is incredible.
Image Smith. Photo finish.
This is ABC Sports.
It was many years in the making. The foundation laid by pioneers in the sport of gymnastics. They were dubbed the Magnificent Seven, and they lived up to their billing. Now only one member remains. Dominique Moceanu was the baby of the gold medal team. Now she is the American captain. A trio of traditional powers have their sights set on supplanting the Americans. Russia, who finished second to the U.S. in Atlanta, Romania, and always dangerous China. Like the American women, Russian Alexei Nemov lived the Olympic dream in 1996, collecting a total of 6 medals, including 2 golds. That's right, sexy Alexei. But a devastating injury prevented Ivan Ivankov of Belarus from going for the gold in Atlanta. Can he accomplish the seemingly impossible, recapture the world all-around title? That and the women's team final straight ahead. You never know who is going to drop in. Picturesque Lausanne, Switzerland, best known perhaps as a home of the International Olympic Committee. But this week, the best in the gymnastics world have gathered to crown its new champions. ABC Sports returns to Malay Arena, where in March, Tara Lipinski won the World Figure Skating Championships. Today, gymnasts will fill this venue as we begin our exclusive coverage of the World Gymnastics Championships. Hello again, everyone. I'm Robin Roberts. Here in Lausanne, teams from more than 60 countries, including the United States, will vie for world titles. This afternoon, you'll see the American women compete in the team final. Also taking place, the men's all-around. Then tonight in prime time, we'll return at 7 Eastern for the women's all-around competition. And be sure to join us Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern for the individual event finals. Now, folks, I'm in great company surrounded by 2 former Olympians, Bart Connor and Kathy Johnson-Clark. We have seen significant changes, Bart. New format, new rules, and for the U.S. women, a new team.
That is right. For the U.S. women, this is a classic rebuilding phase. And for the first time since the 1989 World Championships, they're considered underdogs for a team medal. Now, this is a good team, but this is not the Magnificent Seven that won so spectacularly in Atlanta last year. So today, can this relatively inexperienced team with only one returning Olympian, Dominique Moceanu, hold up against the world's best? It's going to be a huge challenge. They'll be led by national co-champion Christy Powell along with Kristen Maloney. Now, to expect great results from this U.S. team would be like expecting an NBA team to repeat as champions when all but one player has retired. If the U.S. team could pull off a bronze here today, that would be a big victory.
All right, Bart, good point. Well, the more things change, Kathy, the more they stay the same. The 3 traditional powers still on top.
How true. Russia, Romania, and China are great for different reasons. Romania, though arguably not as artistic, is as steady as always with a few highlight routines. The Chinese team is loaded with special performances, but they are, as Nadia Comaneci referred to them, like porcelain. Beautiful, but breakable. If they hit, though, they could win the team gold for the first time ever. The Russians look the most ready to win. With Svetlana Horkina looking better than ever, they seem to have it all. All 3 teams have some vulnerable areas, though. That will make it interesting.
Well, Kathy, at age 13, she was the youngest national champion in history. 2 years later, now the ripe old age of 15, she's the American captain.
And Robin, with one missed routine already, the pressure is on. And this is Dominique's toughest event. She has trouble sometimes with one move in particular. And it comes up right here. It's called a pack salto. She needs to, there you go. That's the way she wants to do it. Nicely done. Because of the new code, the Americans have a little bit lower start value scores. So they really need to hit these routines perfectly. Whoa! She really went after that dismount.
The type of performance you would expect from the team captain.
Absolutely. That was critical. They really need to get back on track immediately.
As you take a look at this dismount, keep in mind we're going to be talking all day long about start values. That was a very good finish to the exercise, but the maximum score she can get for that routine is only a 9.5. So don't expect a huge score.
You're right, Bart. We're not used to seeing scores like this. Only an 8.8 for Dominique. Now on the floor, Lyubov Sherebieta of Ukraine. Keep in mind, 6 teams are competing with 6 gymnasts per team. Only 5 compete in each event with the best 4 scores counting. And Kathy, a little different situation for Ukraine.
Ukraine's in a tough situation. They only have 4 healthy gymnasts here. Olympic champion Lilia Podkopayeva and little hotshot Victoria Karpenko are both out with injuries. But so far, they are handling it. And most important, they all have start values of 9, 9, and 10 here.
For a 17-year-old.
Everyone loved her last year at the World Championship. She tied for the bronze with Lavinia Milosevic on this event. A routine packed full of bonus points there. That'll definitely be scored from a 10. This is going to be huge for Ukraine.
That should definitely help Ukraine again with just 4 gymnasts.
Watch this last tumbling run. Right here, this back somersault. Her hands do not touch the ground, and she goes right into the double pike somersault. That earns her bonus points as well.
Now on the vault, Svetlana Horkina of Russia. She's made the comment that she feels the responsibility that comes with representing her country, Russia. She says she tries to be like Russia, big and beautiful.
And that she is, and this is a terrific vault. One that she actually introduced a few years ago. Very complex. Watch this, half twist on, half twist off, back pike. That's a lot of trick in one vault. And it's worth a 9.9 in the Coda points, so it's a very good start value. This whole competition is going to surround start values. It's going to be critical. The team with the higher start values and best execution will win the gold.
As you take a look at this vault, notice she does a half on, and then she'll do a half turn and a pike back somersault. Very complicated, a 9.9 start value. If she does it perfectly, the maximum score she can get is a 9.9.
This is a Yurchenko 1.5 twist. Oh, boy, I'm surprised she got around to her feet. It did not look like it had enough amplitude. She fought for that. Oh, and I think it jarred everything inside her body.
This team competition different from last year in that the gymnasts have to do 2 different vaults, and the scores are averaged. Last year, you may remember, of course, the famous vault of Carrie Strug in the finals. She only had to make 1 of 2 for the U.S. to win. Here, the scores have to be averaged, so the results might have been different last year in Atlanta.
Her second vault, 9.575 for an average of 9.637. Now, Christy Powell, the U.S. on the uneven bars. Let me tell you that Sherebieta of Ukraine had a 9.75 on the floor, a high score like you thought, Kathy.
This is a great event for Christy, mostly because of her start value score. If she hits everything, it's usually worth a 9.8.
Watch this sequence here. This is what she's known for. 2 releases back to back.
That is a huge reverse heck, one of the highest in the competition.
What's the technique on this dismount?
Very clean, a little weak on the landing. Good, strong routine.
But she'll take it, and we'll be back with 17-year-old River Forest, Illinois' Christy Powell's score right after this.
study of the human body has yielded yet another important discovery. The pain millions of people suffer is caused by the way they walk. Their feet are hitting the ground off balance, starting a chain reaction that can pull everything up through their lower back, painfully out of alignment. Now there's new Dynastep inserts from Dr. Scholl's. Dynastep cradles and supports your foot so it hits the ground evenly, providing clinically proven pain relief. Discover truly effective pain relief. Discover new Dynastep.
A lender's bagel is like a perfect day. Warm and comforting at the beginning. A little variety in the middle. Totally relaxing at the end. And completely fulfilling all around. Lender's Bagels, the perfect circle.
When we decided to have a baby, we knew we had to stop smoking first.
We had the motivation. We needed the help.
We chose Nicorette gum because it was flexible. Gave us the choice of 2 strengths, one for light smokers, me.
One for heavy smokers, me.
And the power to decide, how much to use and when to use it to fight our cravings.
We've been officially smoke-free for a year now.
And in gratitude, we're thinking of calling the baby Nicorette. It's a joke, honey.
Nicorette gum will help you quit smoking successfully by helping you control your cravings. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
ABC Sports presentation of the World Gymnastics Championships. Brought to you by Old Spice High Endurance Deodorant. For long-lasting odor protection, now you've got proof, not promises. And America Online. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
Welcome back to Lausanne, Switzerland, everyone. Christy Powell's score on the uneven bars, 9-3-5. This is Kui Yuan of China on the balance beam, the second of 6 rotations.
She did a beautiful routine in the preliminary competition. She's following Li Xuan, who scored a 9.637, so they are on a roll. The height of this.
Oh.
She might as well be on the floor. The control that she has, beautiful execution.
It seems they give a clinic to the rest of the world every time they can perform on beam.
Whoa, now how's that? I've seen tumbling back and forth on the floor, but both lengths of the balance beam, incredible. So far, this is the most steady I've seen the Chinese team on beam in a major competition as a team ever.
They already have a 9.462 and a 9.637 going for them. This could be better.
Excellent!
Oh, could be.
And something you rarely see. They don't typically stick those landings, and it will be critical here. Great job.
It's so much fun to watch the Chinese. There's so much joy in their faces. And look at this combination, acrobatic elements, and that was coming out of a leap series going the other direction. Great combinations.
I'd be happy if I could do that too, a 9.687. From Russia, Svetlana Horkina on the bars.
Certainly one of the most successful gymnasts on one event. She's won the World Championships twice, the Olympics last year in Atlanta on this event.
And you talk about a variety of skills.
There's nothing like this routine. Watch this move coming up right here. It is outrageous.
It's called a Horkina. She was the first to do it in international competition. It's named after her. Wow, my goodness.
This is absolutely the best I have ever seen her look in all the years we've seen her compete.
Some gymnasts go for really easy transitions. This move here, which she introduced, watch this. She doesn't even see the bar until her hands grab it. That makes it even more difficult.
And Bart, even moves that other gymnasts do, she does differently. Because of her height, she has to alter the technique and come up with an incredible end result.
And the end result, 9.762. Now move on to the vault. This is Gina Gojan of Romania. Her first vault, remember, take the average of 2.
Now both of her vaults are worth a 9.8 start value. 1.5 twists. Ooh, big step on that landing. That will be the significant deduction in this vault.
Let's take a look at how far she lands from the horse. She lays it back into the horse here and pushes back, but the reason it's hard to control the landing, look how far away she is. It's hard to control your momentum when you're traveling that far forward.
9.575, with the second vault yet to come. Remember, tonight, Gojan will go for the gold in the all-around final that you can see at 7 p.m. Eastern Time here on ABC.
That vault is also worth a 9.8 start value. Keep in mind that's the maximum score they can earn if done perfectly. Many of the vaults have been devalued since last year. This new code of points is very difficult, especially on this event. In fact, no gymnast in the competition is doing a vault worth a 10 here.
Her average for the 2, 9.587, Gojan of Romania. We are in wine country, the beautiful shores of Lake Geneva. Back with much more right after this.
Go away.
Come on, we're gonna be late.
Saturday.
Dum, dum, da, dum.
I'm sweating.
Here, hon. Have some breakfast.
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars.
Low fat? No preservatives? We're not that late, are we?
A great soft baked crust and real fruit filling.
I'd eat this even if I wasn't late.
And when would that be?
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars. Good food to go.
One of these women uses Suave Daily Clarifying Shampoo. The other uses one that costs a lot more. Both have beautiful hair, free of buildup and full of body. Now, who uses Suave's clarifying shampoo and who pays more than twice as much? If you can't tell, why should we? Suave, don't you look smart?
One slice, Tony.
You got it.
Oh.
2 extra large pepper, 1 with mushrooms, 2 for me.
Bayer relieves the inflammation that can cause arthritis, pain, and stiffness. Tylenol can't. And taken regularly, only Bayer can help save your life by reducing the risk of a second heart attack. Ask your doctor. Bayer, powerful pain relief, and so much more. Also try Extra Strength Bayer PM, the only nighttime aspirin.
These days, we could all use more endurance. Say about 24 hours worth. I know I could. And now I've got it. Because now the Odor Fighter's a new high-endurance deodorant lasts even longer. New high endurance lasts a full 24 hours. No one else is this strong, this long. Plus, it's got this new Pure Sports scent. So now you can smell better, longer. Guaranteed. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT and Old Spice will buy you a stick of yours. Hey, no matter what you're into, now you've got all the endurance you need. A full 24 hours. Guaranteed.
I got married. Shut up. No, you shut up!
Dharma and Greg, 2 weeks from Wednesday on ABC.
It doesn't get any more exciting, any more glamorous, any more unexpected. Especially this year, when two-piece swimsuits join the competition. See it as it happens. The Miss America pageant, Saturday on ABC. It doesn't get any more live than this.
Welcome back to Lausanne, Switzerland, everyone, for our continuing coverage of the World Gymnastics Championships. We'll be here again tonight at 7/6 Central for the women's all-around competition. Then again Thursday in prime time, 8/7 Central for the individual event finals. Well, the gymnasts are warming up for the next rotation. We have alluded to the rules changes this year in gymnastics. They have been much debated and long in the making. Kathy explains them to us now in further detail.
Look at that, right to the handstand. Gorgeous routine, a perfect 10.
Women's gymnastics has a history of unforgettable memories.
She has done the best vault of her life.
Because of the dramatic evolution of gymnastics from generation to generation, the International Gymnastics Federation revises the code of points, the rules by which routines are scored, every 4 years. In an effort to create a more objective and longer-lasting code, the FIG has introduced the most aggressive revisions to date. Memorable performances of the past, designed to meet a different standard, would receive dramatically different scores today. Mary Lou's perfect vault from '84, only a 9.4. And even Olympic all-around champion Lilia Podkopayeva's beam routine from a year ago would earn no higher than a 9.4, far below the 9.787 she received in Atlanta.
It will be hard to get a 10. You know, everybody's looking for that 10, and I'm not sure this particular time may never happen.
The most significant change is the increased demand for bonus points. The start value is the highest score a routine can receive and is based on a score for required elements plus bonus points. And the maximum score before bonus points are added has been lowered from 9.4 at the Olympics to 9.0 today.
When you're talking about 4 more tenths of a point to get to this 10.0 now, because now we start at a 9.0. That's 4 more big skills or 4 more combination of 2 things together. And then now that you can't repeat this, to add this to that, that's probably been the most challenging.
The new code of points requires a full point of bonus to reach a perfect 10, which has placed a premium on the most difficult elements. Bonus points are awarded only for acrobatic and dance tricks, which has often resulted in less artistry and creativity. For many, there simply isn't time and energy left for individual expression through choreography.
I try to relax more in my dance so I can rest for my tumbling. I don't show it off as much.
There are other significant changes. The compulsory exercises have been eliminated, and bonus points are no longer awarded for repeated elements, which should encourage a greater variety of tricks. And in the most debated change, the minimum age limit has been raised from 15 to 16. Some feel these changes, taken together, create a dichotomy, asking older women to perform more tricks in physically demanding routines, ideal for younger bodies.
I would say on the good side, I think it's going to help us maybe be able to keep kids and do basics and conditioning longer before we throw them out into competition. But at the same time, sometimes their bodies can take a little bit more when they're younger.
If the athlete, regardless of the sport, is ready to play the game and do it and handle it mentally and physically, that they should be given the opportunity to do it.
Beth Klein-Rybacki is the coach of 15-year-old Vanessa Atler, co-national champion and one of 3 in the top 6 at the U.S. Nationals, ineligible under the new age limit. A gymnast's window of opportunity is open only briefly, and she worries about what she's lost.
I just think it's putting actually more stress on the younger gymnasts because they only have 1 shot now, and not, they don't have 2 shots. What if you get sick on the Olympics or the Worlds? You don't have another shot.
This decision is in response to international criticism and upon the recommendation of the FIG Medical Commission.
Generally speaking, the athletes that are 16 are ready, are mature. They have more mental maturity to handle the coaching pressures. In every new 4-year period following Olympic Games, there's a fear and there's nervousness about adjusting the athletes' routines to the new code of points. And so it's not a new feeling.
I'm very curious to see who's out there who can handle, how they can handle the new code.
The perfect 10 had already become rare, but now it's even more elusive.
Kathy, how does a new code of points affect the American team in particular as we take a look at Kristen Maloney?
Most of the Americans have start values between 9.5 and 9.8. Kristen actually has the highest start values of the entire American team, and here on the balance beam, she starts at 10. Earlier in the rotation, Kendall Beck really rose to the occasion in her first big international meet, scoring 9.387.
Great job for the U.S. national champion, who's coming back from a serious knee reconstruction. And then Dominique Moceanu, who hasn't looked comfortable all week long, fell on one of her more difficult moves, scoring only an 8.637. Rough time for the U.S. on the beam.
Now 16-year-old Kristen Maloney, who placed 5th on the beam at Nationals.
Unfortunately, no matter what, that 8.637 of Dominique Moceanu's is going to count because they had an 8.0. Jenny Thompson also fell from the balance beam. It's pretty much been disastrous here for the Americans on beam. But a big chance here to get a good score. If she hits this routine and gets all her bonus points that she is capable of, it is worth a 10. But she has to hit it.
The music that you're hearing is from the floor exercise. Keep in mind, in team competition, 4 exercises are going on at the same time. A lot to keep an eye on.
aggressive landing. Sometimes it's very difficult to get up on the balance beam when the team is basically fallen apart and you need to pull it back together.
Important combination here.
Good landing on the dismount.
Very good landing.
She's really admired by a lot of the gymnasts on the U.S. team because she goes for such hard combinations. Watch this. From this wolf jump right into this complicated move, a full twist straddle down, because she does them back-to-back without a pause in between, helps earn her bonus points as well.
9.537 for the 16-year-old American. Now to Meng Fei of China on the floor exercise.
China is giving up a little bit here on the floor exercise, which is too bad. They were off to a good start on balance beam. It's little things like that. They're not aggressive on the landing.
Oh, nice triple twist.
One of the better Chinese performances on floor. What they've done is just give up little tenths of a point on landings on their tumbling passes, and in a team competition this close, they can't afford to do that.
Now this is a controversial tumbling pass because although it looks difficult, it is the easiest 1/10 bonus pass you can do at the end of the routine, and so a lot of gymnasts are picking the easy ways to get bonus points. I can't really blame them.
Not at all. 9.662. Now Simona Amanar of Romania on the uneven bars.
Bart, there definitely are loopholes in this cut of points, and the Romanians are the best at finding them, particularly on this event. They always end up with 10-0 start values, even though the routines don't look that impressive.
Now here's a good example of that. This is a very weak transitional element, transferring back to the high bar, not as dramatic and complicated as what you saw from Horkina.
You're right. There are many more exciting routines, but on paper, this routine is worth the same, 10-0.
Perhaps one of her best qualities is her form and execution. The legs are tight together, perfect toe point. This transition to the low bar would have been nice if this were a little bit higher and closer to the handstand. She kind of dumped it over.
But still, 9.712 for Amanar. Using the code of points to perfection, increasing Romania's lead. As we take a look at the standings after 3 rotations, a 2-time defending champs on top, followed by Russia and China. Soccer coming up next year on ABC, a crucial World Cup qualifying match between the U.S. and Costa Rica. We'll return to the shores of Lake Geneva after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
I love to get online and it says, you have mail.
You can get the weather, you can talk gardening.
America Online makes doing all the things you do easier.
Check my stocks, sports scores.
You can buy flowers, you can buy a lot of stuff.
America Online. Simple to install, friendly menus, easy to use. And we're working night and day to increase capacity 75%, all to make your online experience easier.
I sent my daughter an email. She couldn't believe it.
America Online. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
He sent me a toothbrush in the mail. It felt like 1,000 little fingers massaging my gums.
This is the Oral Care Brush from Mentadent.
It felt great.
It doesn't just clean teeth, it's designed to massage and stimulate your gums. The Oral Care Brush from Mentadent.
Don't fight it. You're in the chocolate zone. Indulge it with sweet escapes. Real Hershey's chocolate and less fat.
We're 60 seconds away.
Well, security.
It's him.
Keep him talking.
I'm the guy with the client's life in my hands. Anybody here who didn't do it?
But first, you must jam it in the light. You're on fire.
Indeed I am, Al. You might want to keep the kids away from the TV set.
Watch Home Improvement, Monday at 7 on TV 24. WJET TV 24 Erie.
And welcome back to Lausanne, Switzerland, everyone. At 13, Dominique Moceanu became the youngest national champion. A year later, she helped the U.S. women win first ever Olympic team gold. But how different life has become for this team captain. Change, adjust, grow. That's probably how Dominique Moceanu would describe the last 12 months. From the historic Olympic team gold to a whirlwind national tour. With 3 inches on her petite physique, Moceanu has had to get back to business and take on the responsibility of being the one remaining Magnificent Seven.
It's different without everybody around anymore. I feel like I'm the only one left. But I'm ready to move on, and I'm ready to go out there and compete. It was hard to come back and get in, tough, intense training so quickly because I had a short period of time to do that. So I got really quick, and I didn't take my time trying to get back in shape.
Moceanu had to start over, not just without her teammates, but without a coach, Bella Caroli, who retired after the Olympics.
He's helped me so much build my gymnastics up in my career very much. So I don't think I could have done him without him. But he had to go do, the rest of his life, and I had to move on with the rest of my life, too.
Moving on meant moving to Boston, a new school, a new gym, and a new home. Sacrifices Dominique is no longer willing to make.
I've moved so many places, I made so many sacrifices that it would be too hard to just, throw everything away that I did here and move again. It was just really hard on my parents, too, not having me here. They missed me too much, and I missed home a lot, my sister.
Dominique Moceanu won't be moving away from home anytime soon. Her father has built her a new gym with over 200 students enrolled, 15 coaches, and plans for doubling both. The whole family is on hand to make a dream come true. A dream that began long before Moceanu was born.
When I was in the 11th grade in the high school, my teacher from the school called my mother and told her, he said, well, Mr. Moceanu, would you like Dimitri to do school or gymnastics? My mother says, no, school. He's going to go to college. I say, okay, that's fine. So from that day, I have a commitment. I made the commitment to myself. When I'll get married, I want to be the first, either as a boy or a girl, to be a gymnast. So God helped me, and we proved it.
My dad comes, to the gym now every day because my mom and dad are running it. So, later on in my life, after I'm done with gymnastics, I'll probably be running it too.
Dominique Dominique has settled into her new surroundings with new coaches, Liviu Mazilu and his wife Rodica Apatanu, former Romanian national team coaches. The growing process continues for Moceanu. After a disappointing 9th-place finish at Nationals, Dominique is here because 3 gymnasts ahead of her were not eligible. She realizes she cannot rest on her Olympic goal.
Every day I try to do something better. I try to do my routines more consistent, and I mean, definitely 3 weeks ago I wasn't as good or in shape as I am now. I still have goals to accomplish, and that's what makes me keep going.
Well, she hasn't had much time to prepare for Worlds, and it's really showing. She's struggling, Kathleen.
She has struggled some. Sometimes that makes you stronger, though. I know, though, that this triple twist is on her mind. It's in the second pass, and she did not make it all the way around in preliminaries and didn't get credit and ended up with a lower start value of 9.7. She's capable of more. That's a big pass for bonus. Good turn. Judges are also looking for those dance combinations for bonus points as well.
Judges have so much to look for in a short amount of time.
Too much, in my opinion. It's hard to even just appreciate. She took out the triple.
Probably a smart move. Give her a chance to get a little bit higher bonus score. That was a good tumbling pass. It's easy to recognize the work of her choreographer, Geza Pojar, originally from Romania. Has worked alongside Bella Caroli for many years. You know, this routine is cute, but I think it's just cute. I think she's ready at this stage in her career for a little more challenging and a little more inspiring choreography. One thing you will notice with the new rules, though, is most gymnasts who are going to get good scores are doing 4 tumbling runs instead of 3, which were more common last year. This was her last tumbling run. She earns 1/10 of a point bonus for that.
9.512, one of Dominique's better scores. While Moceanu was on the floor, Horkina of Russia was on the beam. And keep in mind, you can see her also later tonight in the all-around final here on ABC.
We're in for a special treat here. She is just uncanny on this event. Incredible balance, impeccable presentation.
Seems that her demeanor is perfect for the balance beam. You watch her walk through the gym, she's slow and methodical. She's never nervous in a hurry. Perhaps that's the best way to approach the balance beam.
Calm. She's very calm on beam. You can even see her make slight little adjustments that really only gymnasts would see. Uses the code of points to her advantage. There are several skills in there for her to earn bonus points, and they're just right down her alley. It's the dismount she's done forever. That's why she sticks it every time.
It looks like she's done it forever.
Let's take a look again at the mount, because this is a perfect example of her composure. Watch this. She does a full twist back handspring on, and she's going to do a slight pause right here before she continues with the rest of the pass. As you mentioned, Kathy, that kind of calm is perfect for performing well on beam.
Well, near perfect. A 9.7. Tell you what, the Ukrainians are hanging tough with only 4 gymnasts. This is Olga Teslenko.
They survived their weakest event very well, and this is a strong event for them. So far, they've got good scores, and this could be a huge one.
Again, this happened while Mochiano was on the floor. That's the music you hear in the background.
This is an example of a more interesting bar routine. Look at the nice straight body position on that release move.
Boy, her form is remarkable. So clean.
Inverted giants. Now watch this double front. Oh, look at that landing.
We'll be back with Teslenko's score and much more here in Lausanne in just a moment. Stay with us, everyone.
America has always had a love affair with cars. And since 1922, we've been there whenever you've needed us. That's why we're America's favorite auto insurer.
And as we celebrate a 75th year, we, the agents
and employees of State Farm,
would just like to say thanks for being there too.
This is actually a family car, but that can be your little secret. Ford Taurus.
Now get $1,500 cash back on Ford Taurus.
If you ever tried one of those clear antiperspirants, you know there's something missing. It's missing from all the leading clears. It's strength. But now the strongest dryness ingredients come in a form that works invisibly. New Secret Sheer Dry. It glides on sheer, but keeps me drier than the leading clears. For sheer protection, give me strength. Give me New Secret Sheer Dry. Strong enough for a man, but it's clearly for you.
He doesn't really talk about his hair, but I know he thinks about it. I've seen him check it in the mirror. That's why he uses Pantene Pro-V shampoo and treatment conditioner to help keep his hair strong. The Pro Vitamin formula penetrates root to tip, improving hair, keeping it looking really healthy, shiny, strong. I notice a difference now. He does too. Pantene Pro-V, for hair so healthy it shines.
If you think men just don't get it or women don't understand, you can't miss this. Watch and learn as real people do the little things that can make all the difference in a relationship. Real love, real anger, real arguments. Join us for Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, tonight at 9, 8 Central on ABC.
In 3 weeks, the toys are back in town.
To infinity and beyond.
The Wonderful World of Disney presents Toy Story in 3 weeks on ABC.
Coming later this month, it's the all-new ABC Family Tuesday. Dan Aykroyd is back for a new season of Soul Man, followed by the new comedy Over the Top. Then the Home Improvement Gang returns for another season. And watch for the premiere of Hiller and Diller. Tuesday ends with all new episodes of NYPD Blue coming to ABC Tuesdays. Teslenko's score in the uneven bars, 9-7-2-5. We move to the 5th rotation, Horkina of Russia on the floor.
Not only is this a lovely routine, but she has managed to get all the elements in to get her full bonus points, and it's worth a 10.
There are 4 events going simultaneously here, but it seems when she takes to the floor, everything else seems to almost stop because the attention is all focused on the drama of this routine.
Exquisite.
Extremely elegant. Being 5'4", a little bit taller than the average gymnast, she really shows it there.
Boy, that routine was just another example of her brilliance. Because she's so tall, she is limited acrobatically. She can't do some of the difficult combinations that the little powerhouses can do. But watch this. Whip back to a double twist, and as soon as she lands a double twist, this move, invented by a Russian gymnast, Olympic champion Yelena Shushinova, she does it with a full twist, okay? It's rather simple, it looks lovely, and she earns 0.4 of a point bonus.
The amazing thing is there are very few gymnasts who can do the gym acro series and get bonus for it. To combine the tumbling and the dance at that level of difficulty is awesome.
9.775. Well, she certainly has done her part to help the Russian team. Romania is starting to make its move. Gojjan finished third on the beam in Atlanta last year's Summer Olympic Games.
Boy, and this is the situation where you really would like a veteran, and very few veterans have the experience of Gina Gojjan. Been competing for the Romanian team since the '92 Olympic Games, and very successfully.
She's won a remarkable 16 world and Olympic medals. The Romanians have had a terrific team effort here. All their scores in the mid-9s. Very consistent. Gojjan had a disaster earlier on the uneven bars, scored only an 8.1.
So far, she's met all her requirements. She needs a good landing here, and Romania has done very, very well on this event. There are actually 7 special requirements on each event, and one of them is to combine gymnastics or dance elements with acrobatic, like this front tuck into a dance jump. She actually gets bonus for that combination as well.
And this was an impressive dismount series, 2 back handsprings to a double back somersault. We've seen her do that with a full twist, but today she didn't need it. She already had enough bonus.
9.725 for the Romanian. Let's check in on the Chinese team. Zhou Duan, her second vault, scored a 9.587 on her first. Keep in mind, a crucial soccer match coming up, World Cup qualifier match between the U.S. and Costa Rica. This is Duan's second vault.
And it's only worth a 9.5 maximum value. So Yurchenko full, so she needs to do it perfectly. Little hop on the landing. The Chinese really aren't scoring high enough here to go for gold.
Kathy, this is a perfect example of the new code of points. Last year at the Olympics, this vault here was worth a maximum of 9.8. Now it's only worth a 9.5. So she has to do it perfectly to get a score of 9.5, and even at that, she had some slight errors.
You see her lower score in the second vault, 9.437, the average of the two. We'll be back with the final rotation here at the World Gymnastics Championships right after this.
Today, there are more than 14 million places throughout the world where you can buy almost anything without cash, without checks. Because today, there are better ways to pay. Gold cards, platinum cards, debit cards, and corporate cards from MasterCard. MasterCard, the future of money.
You gonna eat that? wish I had a sandwich like that.
Deli Select lunch meats are low in fat, sliced thin, and so deli quality good. Everybody loves them.
Hey. Yeah, that's a good-looking sandwich, man.
Deli Select from Hillshire Farm. What's in your sandwich?
You don't need a license for hair like this. All you need is a little attitude. And Fade-Resistant Preference by L'Oreal. Powerful Stay True colorants that resist fading mean my color won't fade out. Special conditioners mean my hair won't dry out. Just look, rich color, golden color, bright and brand new color. I love my color. With Preference, you can have exhilarating hair, but only if you live by one simple code. I'm worth it. Fade-Resistant Preference by L'Oreal.
For your first baby, you get all these fancy little designer clothes. You even get fancy, expensive diapers. Till you realize they're dressing better than you are. Then you get Loves. They cost less, because with Loves, you pay for what's most important. Great protection against leaks. Why pay extra for fancy fasteners and fuzzy covers? I mean, they're diapers. At least with expensive baby clothes, you can pass them down. From your first to your second to maybe your third. Hey, live and learn, and then get Loves.
He can do anything he wants. He's already dead.
Back here in Lausanne, Switzerland for the final rotation in the women's team final. American Dominique Moceanu, her first vault only an 8.875. This is her second.
You could see the disappointment on her face. She was really counting on making that first vault. It was the better of her two vaults. This one's only worth a 9.5 maximum. Not a bad vault, but when you start from a 9.5, it's really tough to get a big score.
Boy, this has been a tough week for this young lady. Some people felt that she may have been risking a lot as an Olympic champion coming here not in her best condition. And yet she said she wanted to do it for the U.S. team, but boy, it's been rough to see.
Yes, rough indeed, and you can see it right here. 9.093, her average for the two. Simona Amanar of Romania.
This could be a huge routine. Silver medalist at the Olympic Games on this event, and she can tumble with the best of them. Guess if I could tumble like that, I'd tumble back to back too.
I think the Romanians really play the code of points here. They load up on the tumbling skills and the dance combinations, and the choreography has to be their last concern. They know according to the rules they can get a good score here, even if the dance is somewhat uninspired.
No bonus points for good dance choreography.
But there's bonus points for stuff like this coming up now.
Oh, wow. Not only did she do a triple twist, she tumbled into it with a front somersault.
Quite a performance.
Outstanding.
One of the criticisms of the code is that it's so demanding, all the tricks that they have to do to get their full bonus, that there's no time left to dance. But this suits Amanar just fine. She's got a huge bag of tricks to choose from, and she'd rather tumble and do dance tricks all day long and still score well.
Speaking of her score, 9.737. While Simona Amanar was on the floor, Bi Weizhang of China was over on the uneven bars.
Though the Chinese have really faltered here in the team competition, this is an event where they shine and can move up. They have terrific scores so far, and this is the silver medalist from the Olympic Games. She tied with American Amy Chow. Unbelievable. It's the first time I've ever seen anyone do that skill that way. The arm lifting up. Look at the transitions. Many of the gymnasts just simply stand on the bar and jump to the high bar. They actually do tricks in transition. Form and execution is just beautiful, and the difficulty is unmatched.
That's never a problem, difficulty.
What they're really known for are these exquisite pirouettes. She does an inverted giant swing and a full pirouette right immediately to a release move. Combining those skills earns her several bonus points.
Well, a 9.8, the high score of the day, but still, based on Amanar's score, Romania has clinched the gold medal, so we can just sit back and enjoy Gina Gojjan's performance.
With that championship, that means that Romania has won the last 3 world championships, 94, 95, and 97, and Gina's been a big part of all 3 of those teams. Convinced that she knows, though, that they already have secured the gold. You think her coach told her?
Of course not.
No way.
She went, but I think she'll know the moment she steps off the podium.
That's true. There's no way that she could possibly know that they won the first place, because the score comes up for Amanar and the green light says go and she has to go. She doesn't have any time to look at the scoreboard to see if they have first place.
One of the reasons Gina Gojjan is 2-time world champion on floor exercise is landings like this.
That's the first smile we've seen out of her all day. Maybe it's relief.
And the Romanian faithful are here in Lausanne as well. As we take a look at the final team results, we talked about all the changes, but still the traditional powers on top. Romania and Russia finishing about a half point out of first place, but you'll see their stars tonight in the all-around competition. But it's about Romania, their 3rd consecutive world championship. More coming up here at the World Gymnastics Championships in Lausanne. The men's all-around final featuring Alexei Nemov of Russia, Ivan Ivankov of Belarus, the Chinese team, and U.S. national champion Blaine Wilson leads the Americans.
Your nephew, what could he be up to right now? Hanging out, pondering the mysteries of the universe, growing up much too fast. Well, now Now's the perfect time to find out. Starting today, MCI introduces 5-cent Sundays. 5 cents a minute, every minute of every Sunday, if you're an MCI customer. And if not, call 1-800-SUNDAYS to become one.
U.S. gold medalist Mia Hamm spends 90 minutes destroying her hair and 90 seconds bringing it back with Pert Plus. More than a shampoo, it conditions too. How? As you shampoo, the conditioners stay suspended. As you rinse, the conditioners go to work, giving you great hair simply. Perfect for Mia, because she wants great hair, but she'd rather be living in it than working on it. Wouldn't you? Pert Plus, simply great hair.